and welcome to Enterprise Morning on Enterprise Television. I am Kende Bojarin.
And I am Henry Igwebike.
All right, so we'll start with our newspaper review, and afterwards we'll dive into our main conversation for the day. I'm sure you don't want to miss a moment. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Enterprise TV7. You can equally like and drop your comments. So to share more light to these segments with us, we have Barrister Abdulhamid Olatunji. You're welcome, sir.
Good morning, Barrister.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure to be with you. Thank you. You're afraid to be chief.
Oh. Welcome.
Thank you so very much, Barrister. So let's kickstart today with the first daily on our desk, which is...
we have the Punch, and we'll start with the top strip. We have Nupeng suspend strike as Dangote accepts union's demands.
And also we have 31 states domestic debt hit 2.57 trillion naira.
Wow. So the big story here on the Punch, we have doctors to decide on nationwide strike today.
And also we have a 2027 presidency. Jonathan splits the South-South PDP.
Okay, on the strip, that's the bill on the below. We have Oshun Kingmakers reject move to dethrone jailed monarch.
And also we have 5 soldiers, terrorists feared killed in Zamfara clash.
Vehicle theft. 3 Nigerians jailed 96 years in Ghana.
Wow, that's a big one actually.
I tell you.
All right, on the sports angle, we have South Africa dent Eagles World Cup hopes after stalemate. So, which are we taking from now?
Let's go with the doctors. We'll still talk about the Nupeng.
Yeah, but let's stick with doctors.
Let's go on the doctor. Yeah, so the doctors to decide on nationwide strike today. So, Barrister Olatunji Abdulhamid. So it's no longer news because it's really glaring here that the National Association of Resident Doctors (NAD) is meeting to review the government's response to their demands. So, sir, what are the key demands pushing doctors towards a strike? What really prompted the strike?
Unfortunately, the demands are just usual demands of welfare and lack of adequate welfare package has been the issue all this while, and that has continued to be. The government has refused to do the needful by ensuring or authorizing the welfare of our doctors. Not only doctors in Nigeria, almost everybody in Nigeria are not prioritized. Our affairs, our interests are not a priority to our government. So the doctors are not let out. Their welfare have not been taken good care of, and they are asking for it. There are areas of payment that have not been paid. There are things that have not been done, and they want the government to do so, and that's why they are asking that they will go on strike. And you see, unfortunately, they will give notices, they will say all these things jokingly, seriously, warning strike, this and that. The government will pretend as if they are not there or they're not hearing them. Until when it becomes the last day or last moment, that's when the government will come up and start negotiating or start discussing with them. This attitude of a fire brigade approach does not help any nation. And it shows that the concern or the government is not seriously concerned about the issue. It's unfortunate that we are treating ourselves in this way. When I say ourselves, because what is happening to the doctor is not only limited to the doctors. It affects every sector of our working force in Nigeria. Everybody is complaining about lack of abandonment. Even our soldiers that are facing war daily are being killed and neglected to an extent because what they are giving them is to take them abroad. So it's unfortunate that we are where we are. It's not new. It's the usual demand of Nigeria from government.
All right, Barrister, let's take a look at other matters. Nupeng suspends a strike as Dangote accepts a union's demands. Remember, Dangote had desired to bring in, or he has even brought in about 4,000 trucks to make it easier for his products to get to different nook and cranny of Nigeria. But Nupeng is not happy about it, even if that is not the demand. But they are using other demands to truncate the desire of Dangote trucking his products himself. So who is deceiving who at this point, Barrister?
That opinion is your own opinion or your observation. Why are they disrupting Dangote's business? How are they preventing him from doing his business? When they are asking Dangote to do the right thing and to follow the law, and people are saying they are trying to disrupt it. They say it's not bringing any truck. They can't force him. They can't even prevent him from bringing any truck. He has brought the truck if he's going to bring it, and he wants.
So what is the law? So what is he going against? What then is the problem?
The law is that there is a freedom of association, and no employer can force anybody to join a particular union or not to join a particular union. What we are told was that Dangote ensured that those who are to be engaged as drivers will sign an undertaking not to join oil and gas Pengasis and Nupeng. So I think that's against the law.
But it is within his rights. Barrister, it is within his rights. He owns the company, he owns the truck, he decides whether or not his own employee will join an association or not. So I do not know why it's a big problem.
That's the point I'm making. By law, it is not his decision. It is not his decision. It's the decision of the employee. It is not his decision. He cannot determine for them. If an employee says, I don't want to be a member of a union, so be it. If an employee said, I want to be a member of a union, so be it. And there must be a union, and there's an existing union. How can you be an employer and still be the owner of a union? What are you talking about?
Barrister, are you aware? Barrister, are you aware that the student union government, SUG in Lagos, University of Lagos, does not participate in the association? There's no SUG currently in the University of Lagos, so it is within the purview of the institution to determine, for the safety or for the good of the association.
Eddie, you are missing up the point.
Okay.
You are missing up the point. We are not talking about whether they have the right to participate. You can be a member of the union and not participate. I don't tell you that is voluntary. You can try to say I'm a member. You can try to say I'm not going to be a member. Nobody will force you. Then what we are saying is that Dangote has said, look, my employee, you have to sign on that undertaking that you will not join the union. That is against the law. That is the point I'm making. It's against the law. If the employee says they want to on their own not join union, they can't. You cannot say you will not join because I have found another one. So this is the one you will join. You can't direct them in that regard. You can't. And in fact, if not that we are in a country where things are not done the way it's been done, that is will not be registered. Because I know when those who drive Uber and boats, they wanted to register a new union. They refused to register them. They said there's an existing union. They should go and join that one. They refused to register them because every union must be registered by the register of a trade union. They were not registered until later after when they now align and become one. They now call them. They gave them a new name. I can't remember the name now. A very long name like that. So what the point I'm making is that nobody is saying Dangote should not the employees of Dangote should not should be forced to join union. Nobody, and even Nupeng, they are not saying that. They are not forcing anybody to come and join. What they are saying, you see, what we don't see early is this. These people will allow sentiment and emotion to take us away in the name of they are helping us. That was how we felt for the tax law. When everybody they were not looking at law, they were looking at what Tai Odele said. Tai Odele said it will be our best interest. It's good for us. Poor will not suffer. It will take away poor from paying whatever. Those sentiments were used, and everybody said to it. The Northerners who engaged somebody to look at the law for them, they saw a particular one that will not help them. There is issues, and people who started I've seen them as drop back people. They were able to get what they were looking for, and today they got it. We sat down. We are not looking at anything. We not look at the law, and today we are complaining that how can we be paying tax? And that is in the law. We did not challenge it. So what I'm saying, what I'm trying to say is that look, if you allow Dangote to do what he wants to do, these drivers will in a matter of time become slaves to Dangote. In other words, you'll be treating them the way you like. How can an employer also be the same judge? He's the employer, and he will be the one to own, to run the union, or to create the union, or form the union. And he said you must belong to it. No, it can't be now. How can I will it be fair? He will maltreat them, and nobody will protect them. And by the time nobody is protecting them, you people will forget that somebody came up and said you can't allow this. You people shouted them down. That was how when Fubara and his cohorts, member of the assembly, work against PDP. They voted against PDP. When they now have issues, people are not blaming them again. People are saying, where is PDP? Where is PDP not coming to their head? Where is PDP not coming to their head? This is the point we are making. By the time Dangote is allowed to do what he wants to do, and in a matter of time, those people become slaves. And you people will start shouting, why is he doing this? Why is he like this? Dangote is not helping you. Dangote is monopolizing every business to himself. And if you allow individuals to monopolize every business to himself, then there will be no spread of economic benefits to everybody. Because people who are driving the truck before now, that Dangote want to send away, will now be jobless. Those who own trucks before now, that are taking the fuel from Dangote refinery, will lose their truck. You see, we should go beyond this sentiment and emotions. Dangote is not helping anybody; he's helping himself. He's trying to monopolize it. That's why he now assigned the transport section to his cousin or nephew or whatever they call it themselves. So it's between family. They will be the one to do the oil. They will be the one to benefit the transport. They will be the one to do this and that. So indirectly they are cornering everything, and they will be the one to determine everything that will happen. And people are saying that how is he helping me? When he was building his refinery, did we not give him the dollar in a very low? It's not my money. Was my money not part of it? He didn't do it for us for free. He was supported, fully supported by the government against all odds. Even the government that was unable to do his own refinery gave him a support, and he was able to build it. He was able to get dollar at the lowest rate. How many other businessmen got that? So you see, I will not go by sentiment. I'm going by law. Section 40 of our Constitution says you are a freedom of association. So every employee should have the freedom to join whatever you want to join. That does not mean as a journalist you now go and join NBA and say since the law say I'm free to join any union I like. No, the union within your business, you must join them. And if you don't join them, they will come force you. Then if you have problem, don't expect them to come and support you. That is the issue. So when people are talking about the people who are looking at our own selfish end that will suffer because there will be scarcity. That is the end we are looking at. We are not looking at long consequences of what Dangote is trying to do. I am not going to support that. I will not go to support an individual taking the country for a ride, cornering all businesses to himself and his family. And he will now control the union within that business so that nobody will ask questions.
All right, but
if the union is being controlled by him, who will ask questions? So I see it differently from the way you people are seeing it. That's the way I see things. I'm not going to go for emotion or sentiment. The Dangote has not done the right thing, and that's why he has agreed to allow them to join the union that is in existence, because he knows that is the law. He knows. He just want to use his power to turn the system upside down, and you people are following it. Sentiment.
Well, the truth of the matter is we will run a capitalist system in Nigeria, unfortunately, as supported by the government and the system that we run in the country. It's one thing for his drivers to put pen to paper that they would join the association. It's another thing, for them to willingly accept to do the biddings of the association also, because he who pays the piper dictates the tune, unfortunately. But barrister, from one certain precedence to another, here we have another story. Osun King makers reject move to dethrone jailed monarch. Is this not another case of certain bad precedents that would continue in generations to come? This man has committed a crime. He is serving his term in the United States of America for fraud. And kingmakers are equally becoming complicit by not dethroning him and allowing for a new monarch. How bad is the situation, Barrister?
The decision is bad as the system itself. The system is allowing this. If we have a system that will trigger itself, that will operate without anybody prompting it, this issue will not be discussed. We have a local government chairman that is in charge of Oba's traditional student affairs. We have the governor who supervises them. Nobody, in fact, immediately after that judgment, I expect them to have taken steps to say, look, this man is not fit to return back as Oba. So even if there's no, I don't even understand. If there's no request for that, would they not do that? It shows that we are not sincere with ourselves. It's about money. How did the man even become Oba? Would the man even have the moral ground to return back to that community and say, if you want to be continued as Oba? Will anybody respect him? Will anybody be accused of corruption or stealing in that community and the Oba, and they will be taken to the Oba and the Oba will talk? A convicted even under our law, as a political office, once you have been convicted for 10 years, you are not entitled to hold any office in that regard. So somebody has been convicted, and that person will come back and will still retain his seat as Oba. It can only happen in Nigeria. It's not even it should not be for a debate. It should be automatic. It should be automatic. It should not be. It's an embarrassment for us to even be debating this. So even talking about food, that some people say no. Somebody who are asking that the seat will be declared vacant. It should be automatic, because this is why we're having this issue we're having. And this is a similar thing that happens in our National Assembly. You see people that have defected from one party to another. He has automatically on his own resign his appointment from that seat. He'll be looking for one excuse or the other, and people will be supporting him. I'm very sure when this man come back, some people will come and say, yeah, he must be returned. He was victimized. It was not correct. That judgment was a lie against him. Whether a lie or not, he has been convicted. Yeah. A convict cannot come back and become an Oba. So if a convict cannot come back and become an Oba, why are you not declaring the seat vacant to allow another person to come and occupy the seat? It shows that those people you call kingmakers are not working in line with the law, traditions. In the past, tradition decide who become an Oba, but today it's not tradition. It's not Ifa. Let me tell you, it's not Ifa. It is the money and your power that determine that will tell Ifa who will become the Oba. So if you are able to bring a cool money down, those in charge of Ifa will be able to tell Ifa who actually brought a larger part of money or big money into them. For me, it's unfortunate. We should not be discussing this. It's embarrassing as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
It's beautiful.
So, all right, okay. So are you trying to say if the Ifa does not take decision or give out who will be maybe the king or who will be in that position, are you saying that there is a group of these makers, like king makers, that take decision on who will be? I'm actually asking you a question from what you said.
Ifa is like a computer. It's what you put in the computer.
But some people will agree if they won't agree with you on that.
What you put inside the computer that the computer will bring out.
Yes, garbage in, garbage out. Yeah.
Very, very
so
true.
If those people decide to put my name to Ifa,
yeah,
and they refuse to put other name, or tell Ifa that or on their own interpret that this is the name without you seeing it. Would that not be what? For me, we don't. Well, that tradition is no longer there again. Tradition is in the past. We don't follow it again. In the past, the Oba himself will not even think of coming back. In fact, his family by now will not even have. They will not even to come out. Will be hard for them. In the past, that they don't even know that these people are from this man's family. It will be a shame for them to come out. And yet, people are coming up to say, no, you can't declare a seat vacant. We are still investigating it. We are still looking at it. Somebody has been convicted. You are waiting for paper to know whether or not it's a good guy. I read the news that some days ago that they are considering appealing the judgment. The Osun State government. I don't know whether it's correct. what concerns them? Appealing the judgment against of who? Of the Oba. Is he working with them? For me, it's unfortunate. We have our system is decayed, and it's even our traditional system. That one is even gone since traditional system is no longer in existence. It's just a respect that we're giving them. They are not giving them respect any longer.
Very true, Barrister. It's actually yes.
Trust for us are betrayed us.
It's actually very funny how that imagine the Sultan of Sokoto or the who is the biggest one of amongst the biggest
you can see
Oba
as, they're just for instance
yes
Oba of Ife or
yes exactly. Imagine how glorious that position is, but he is under the leadership and the instruction of the local government chairman.
I mean that's shameful actually. You know,
it's really not interesting.
Yes, it's not.
Yeah, Barrister, I wanted to say something.
Yes, that's our system. You see, before now, during the colonial era, the Obas are the one in charge. They are like the governor.
Yes.
Now that we have that system, it's automatic that it will go back to their. In fact, as it is, they don't have any role. They are just being respected. They are not supposed to even be there. No law says they will be given. It's just an aberration that they are even given a role of being paid. It's respect. Their time has gone. The time has gone. Their time has gone. They are no longer in charge, unlike before, when the traditional rulers are the one in control. So it's not something that's abnormal as the way it is now. That chairman local government is the one paying them. Yes, but that is the system.
Oh wow! All right, Barrister, let's go soft news a little bit. Yesterday, Nigerians, especially sports lovers, were not actually so pleased with what happened. South Africa dent Eagles World Cup hopes after stalemate. How that we, the giant of Africa, we used to control football in Africa. When any team hears the name Super Eagles, they shiver. But now they don't care any longer. A small country like Rwanda can boast to want to beat us, or Chad. You know. So, Barrister, what do you think could be the reason for this? Is it because of the independent nature of the football association that is not under the control of anybody? Where do you think this is coming from?
Well, unfortunately, we are still of mistaken belief that things should be the way they are in the past. As Nigeria is growing, the other countries are growing too. And when it comes to sports, everybody have moved on. Before now, you see Nigerians abroad playing, few of Nigerians. You won't see any other Nigerian playing abroad from in Africa, other part of Africa. So these days, you see everybody from every part of the country, everywhere. It's changed. And we should also admit that it's no longer, minors are no longer plenty in our sports. It's not everybody. The way you are playing, you have players who are playing in UK. The Congo and Lesotho also have players who are playing in UK. So the way you are watching the TV, football on TV, they are also watching. Unlike before, when that is treated in our advantage. When we have late season catchy and only a few of them abroad, no other people are in other part of Africa doing that. So today the level is leveled now. This is a global world now, and everybody is moving. So if Nigeria is moving, do you expect other countries to stay where they are and not to move? And you are saying if you still believe in that we must be beating them 10-0, 5-0, you are living in the past, because it will not happen. You can see, I was watching Israel and Italy. Italy struggle.
Are you still there? I think it's.
I see the Barrister.
It's not so. So it's not South Africa that dented our chances. It's ourselves. It's Nigeria. We lost and drew matches that were supposed to win. Lesotho, Rwanda. So these are the issues. So that's one we play yesterday. We won't do better. I was even surprised that we were not beaten. So at least to an extent we did better. As a Nigerian patriotism in me, I was praying that we will win that match, and I was praying that they will lose. They unfortunately been beat Lesotho 4-0.
Wow.
So I was hoping that will happen. so that we will retain our second slot.
I know.
Even with that second slot, it is not sure that we are going to qualify.
Wow.
Because there will be that second slot position. We battle among countries who came second. They will not look at the points and other things for us to be able to qualify. We are in a tight situation.
But do you think African teams that might be going to the World Cup in America, Canada, and Mexico, as organized by the three countries, do you think any of these countries might get past the highest level that Cameroon had got into? I guess Cameroon got to quarterfinals sometimes in the history. Senegal, yes. Yes. So do you think any African country can go past that level?
We have the quality. We have the quality. But unfortunately, what I see is that as the way Nigeria is now, we are struggling in our qualification. If Nigeria should qualify, you realize that Nigeria will be one of the best teams from Africa in that competition. That's what I see most times. So, but we have the quality in Nigeria, in Africa. So even when they World Cup, I'm serious. We have the quality to win it. If not for the abracadabra of Uruguay against Senegal, or which country? Is it Ghana or Senegal?
Yes.
Where guy uses his hands to bring back the ball that's going to the net. If not for that, we'll be speaking about an African country who has entered semi-final or even won the World Cup today. Unfortunately, we started badly, and it's hurting us now. It shows that when you are doing something, start early. Don't wait the last minute to get results. And that's what our government are always doing. They will not call those who are threatening to go on strike on time. They will wait for them to the last minute and start discussing with them. Unfortunately, it's an unfortunate situation.
Very true. And what men cannot do, women are doing it. Super Falcons are doing better.
Yes.
The Tigress, that is the female basketball team, they're doing better than our men. So they are representing us and giving Nigeria the glory as against what men cannot do.
Yeah, okay, let's just give it to them.
Let's give it to the women.
Let's give it to the men. We are representing them.
Yes, Barrister.
Henry,
yes.
You also record that before now, even our female team, the female football team, whenever we are playing any other country in Africa, we are sure of winning 5-0, 10-0, 10-0. Did you see that again now?
Well, it is still there. It is still there to a bit.
We struggle these days. So it's to tell you that things have improved. Other countries have also developed. So don't sit down and say because we are beating them 10-0 5 years ago, we should continue to beat them 5-0. That means they're not serious. They're also working on. They're working hard. In fact, when it comes to club football, South Africa, Chad, Sudan, Chad, and some other countries like that, they have a better organized league, and that's why whenever we play the Super Eagles team B, they play, you can see they beat them easily because they have an organized team in their countries or league in their countries, and that's why they're playing well. So for me, it's not only about the country alone. It's about the fact that other people are also working hard to get to the top.
All right, so it's very important that we talked about this because it's trendy and it's on the pages of our newspapers. So that's the reason we had to, talk about that. So we would be going off now, just to let you know that Barrister would be here to take us on our main conversation. That is when we return. Natasha and the Senate denies resumption for her, especially as a PDP kicks in. That in a bit is still Enterprise Morning. Please don't go anywhere.
I'll be right back.
Thank you so very much for being back. This is still Enterprise Morning, reaching you from Enterprise Television. Let's head straight to our main conversation for this morning. The People's Democratic Party, PDP, has condemned the Senate's refusal to allow Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, PDP Kogi Central, to resume after her 6 months suspension ended. Despite notifying the Senate of her intent to return, she was informed by the acting clerk that her suspension remains active due to a pending appeal. The PDP accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio and the APC leadership of trying to silence opposition and deny Kogi Central representation.
Very true. So Senator Akpoti-Uduaghan was suspended in March 2025 following a clash with Akpabio. Though the Federal High Court upheld the suspension, she appealed the ruling. The Senate insists no action will be taken until the appellate court decides. The PDP argues this is a political tactic to extend her suspension unjustly and undermine democratic processes.
In a statement, the PDP described the move as unconstitutional and a threat to democracy, also linking it to the ongoing attacks on women in politics. The party urged the clerk to remain neutral and called on international bodies to intervene. It also encouraged Akpoti-Uduaghan to resume her duties, warning that blocking her return would further erode democratic norms. We still have Barrister Tunji Abdulhamid. Thank you so very much, Barrister, for hanging on. Barrister, are you there? All right, so while we get that all done, I just sincerely hope that our network will permit us. Good morning, Barrister. Are you still there? All right, okay. So that's basically what we have from our report.
Yeah,
okay. All right, thank you. Thank you so very much, Barrister. So we were speaking, of course, our reportage has the refusal of the 10th Assembly not allowing Senator Natasha in to resume her duties representing her constituency. What's your take on this? Are we turning democracy upside down in Nigeria? What is the effect to some of these things?
I think it's an act of impunity and it's a disgrace to our system. It's an embarrassment that we have turned the National Assembly into a public affair to grind personal disputes. I think I disagree with the position of and I don't want to believe the position of the National Assembly because I'm aware the National Assembly are on break, and that was the position of few individuals who directed the clerk to do that. I'm not even sure that should not even be an issue for debate. The National Assembly should even be automatic. She does not even, maybe she wrote that letter simply because there will be need for her to take certain steps before she resumes. Just like she said, cleaning of her offices and arranging her things and this and that and this and that. That was why she has to write letter. Ordinarily, she need not write any letter. They are giving her suspension for 6 months. The suspension has expired. Yeah. So what else are you talking about? Which case? Which case are they talking about? Is it that whenever they resume back to in the National Assembly, the issue of the Natasha, is that what they will be discussing to make it a subject piece? It's not a matter for debate, and even the matter that's on appeal that Natasha filed, it was not about the suspension now. What she filed, the appeal she filed, has to do with her conviction by the judge, asking her to go and apologize and pay what's it called? Pay penalty, pay something 5 million or so. I can't remember the amount for contempt. That's what she appealed against. She did not appeal against suspension any longer. The technical regarding suspension. The suspension appeal was by the Senate, who appealed regarding the fact that the court said that the National Assembly erred to have suspended her for 6 months. And now the 6 months has expired. If we are within that 6 months, they can be talking about it cannot resume under that 6 months expired. Yeah. The 6 months has expired now. It's like a situation whereby somebody, a criminal, who has been convicted in court and is in custody, he was given 6 years a sentence. Mm-hmm. and immediately he filed appeal, and the appeal was still pending. Just like I have a similar case in my hand.
Okay.
That a man that was convicted for 10 years is being in custody. His 10 years will expire in January, and the appeal we filed for him has not been heard. So are you saying once that time is reached in January, he will not be allowed to go? They will say the matter is still in court. So once the time tenure that the time has expired, she has to resume automatically. And for some people who don't know, who are saying that she has not complied with the court, court did not ask her to apologize to the Senate. Even the apology the court said she should do, she has appealed against it. So when you appeal against the decision, you cannot comply with it again, because complying with it means that she has accepted. And people don't understand the consequence of that judgment against her. That means she cannot contest election again. That is the meaning if you don't know. So people don't know, because I see people say, let her withdraw that case. Let her go and withdraw it. Let her withdraw the appeal so that she will resume. You see, when we have over 108 members of the National Assembly who are not thinking of the people of Kogi Central, they are not thinking of the consequences of this act on the people of Kogi Central. They were only looking at Natasha as an individual, thinking they are punishing Natasha or they are dealing with Natasha. Our absence at the National Assembly to pursue the case of his people is an injustice against his people, and they are not looking at that. Unfortunately, we are in a country where those who fight for don't even fight for us, and that's why you see most of these politicians, when they get into a position, they ignore you because you also ignore them. I do not expect that it is Natasha that will be fighting this fight. I expect that the people of Kogi Central will be the one that will be fighting it.
How do you mean fighting it? There's there's no better fight than doing it legally. Do you want them to go to the roads, block the roads, and engage in things that are not civil?
When I say fight, I'm not saying they should go and carry gun and cutlasses on the start boxing. No. Okay. I'm talking about these cases that Natasha is even going to court to fight to do. The cases and the steps being taken by Natasha regarding this case should be by them, because they are the one being shortchanged. And you see, because we are in Nigeria, we see these political offices as an individual office. We see it as a thing. Just like what happened in River State. People said, you better don't listen to them. You better go and accept it, and then they will just suffer you for nothing. I dispute that will suffer it though. They forget that it's not him, it is River State people. They see it as an individual thing. And this is what we are seeing here too. They see it as Natasha issue, not Kogi Central issue. This is a Kogi Central issue because it's representing them. And they've been denying representation in the last 6 months, and they want to continue that. So I expect them to be the one to start taking the legal action in that regard. But as it is now, Natasha cannot go back to court to do anything. They are already in court. Because if I hear people say, why can't she go back to court application? Why can't she go back to court and ask the court to compel them? Going back to court means that she has accepted what they said. And then they will now say, we are still in court. She has a right to ask her not to resume. And the matter is still in court. So as it is now, the matter before the court has nothing to do with the resumption, whether or not she should resume or not, because the time given to her, the 6 months given to her, had expired. She has concluded the term. So all the things they are doing is even academic. They're for record purposes. They're for the law, to entrench our law, and for another to clear her name, to be able to contest election, it is still in court. So notwithstanding that, because I do not expect that when they resume, because they say it's sub judice. Sub judice means that you cannot discuss issue that is in court. Are they going to be discussing the Natasha issue or a suspension when they resume? Or the debate of the House we have to do with Natasha coming to us or not coming to us, or suspension? You see, the issue is not about institutions. It's personal. They see it as a fight between Mr. Akpabio and Natasha, and they want to teach our lesson. They want to use their might. So what we are practicing in our system is not democracy, but might. So we now operate at the whim and caprice of certain people. What is law now is what certain people think is law. and they now do the way they like and act the way they like. It's unfortunate that we're in this country. We do that. This is not normal. It is not right in any form. For those that will be saying, because I know some people will come and say, that is the way they deceive her. They deceive her. Yes, we were saying what we are saying. That is what we are saying, the right thing. The fact that they did not follow it does not mean we are not right. And if we truly are serving people, the issue of I will personally suffer should not arise. It should be about the people, not the suffering. That because some people are looking at it from the point of view that she will not be in the house, she will not take money, she will not take this and that, and therefore she's losing. They are not even looking at what the constituency are losing. So some people will say compromise, agree with them, beg them, leave the system, let it be the way it is, and just enjoy yourself. Just like what they say in River State, that the government should just align with Minister Wike and the presidency, so that it will be allowed to come back. That's what some people are saying. Just compromise. That's what they are saying directly. Compromise. And give them whatever they are looking for. Even if you are not going to, even if it's against the law, just allow them to take charge.
No,
that will not help us in our system. And that is the kind of practicing now. It's anarchy. It's autocratic. This is not the way to go. Mr. Akpabio is a lawyer. Even though I know he didn't practice too well before he became a full-time politician. Even when he was in practice, he was doing the telecom. So I will not be surprised if he does not even understand it much.
Unfortunately,
that's my take for now.
Oh, okay, because you even said something while you were talking. I was actually coming there because I see no reason why Natasha should, she has, completed her suspension month, and then she's been told not to resume afterwards. So I just want to ask you this question: do you think maybe there are some issues, like pending issues, or just like what you said, it might even be personal? So do you think there's some pending issues that need to be resolved between, now let's take it like this, between Natasha and Akpabio? Do you think maybe there are some pending issues that need to be resolved amongst them?
It's not maybe. There are personal issues. Have you forgotten that she accused the Senate President of indecent assault?
Yeah.
Of attempt to even induce her or whatever.
Yeah.
Sexually. So that is part of personal. That is the main grasp. That is the main issue. They want to force her to take back that allegation. They want to force her. That's the thing they are doing. So that he will come out and say, I apologize. It was not. It wasn't correct. What I said was not correct, and so that people will now say, hey, you can see, he's a liar. And for people who will say, hey, has he provided any evidence? The evidence is not for you people. It's for the court, and the matter has not gotten to that in court. So if I have an allegation, I don't have an obligation. It's not my obligation to come to the public and exhibit the evidence to the public. No, I'm not doing public show. I'm not doing media trial. We're already in court. The matter is in court regarding the allegation. So if anybody is believing that, look, what she said, just like she has the right to go to court, those who believe that she has not said what she said was not right also have the right to go to court and challenge it. So the body is on both sides to establish their innocence or to establish their case, as the case may be. So for me, it's not a matter of maybe. There are personal issues. There are personal issues between Natasha and the Senate President, and that is the essence. That is the reason why we are where we are today. If it's not personal, you will not see all these things they are doing. They won't do it. They will compromise it. After all, Indume was suspended. He was called back because he took back what he said and he apologized because he compromised. Mr. Nengi, the same thing happened. I think he was also recalled. He was also forced to come and apologize. I don't know whether he apologized or not, but he was also forced and prevailed upon to just withdraw his claim. So that's the kind of system we are running. When you make proper allegations, when you make allegations that are substantial or that are very clear and that will indict people in authority, They want to force you to renege on what you have said. They want to victimize you and put you to shame or do everything within their power to intimidate you. And that's what I see here. I see intimidation. I see victimization. I see injustice. I see lack of respect for the rule of law. I see personal ego in this matter, and that is what it is. So there is, it's not maybe it's a personal matter. It's not an institutional matter. But unfortunately, they are treating it like an institutional thing, thinking that they are treating it like a fight between Natasha and the Senate, whereas it's a fight between Natasha and the Senate President.
Barrister, you talked about the importance of joining association, and sometimes when we join association, it is to protect us. Natasha is not standing alone. She is on the flagship of the PDP. The umbrella is covering her. Rather than the PDP just coming out to bring out statements on national dailies, what extra legal action do you think the PDP has within its power to ensure that the person that is under them is duly protected, and possibly the National Assembly might do something?
And sometimes we blame people, or we expect certain steps from certain people unnecessarily. The issue is not about the step to be taken. The issue is the one that have been taken. Were they respected? And that has gone to court. The court has said the suspension for 6 months is outrageous, and they ought not to. Unfortunately, the judgment is not clear. It's neither here nor there. The judgment was not properly, with due respect, in my own opinion, was not properly established, and that gives a room for debate and for interpretation. So the point is that it is not about everywhere. The one that PDP has taken steps to do regarding River State. They went to court. What has been the result to date? What has happened? The 6 months of rule or the emergency rule will expire sometime probably next week or so. The matter is still pending before the Supreme Court. Nothing has happened to it. So it's not about the step you will take. What will be the outcome of the results of the step? Sorry, that you are taking. When you take it. So that's why sometimes the results they decided to just issue statement and making you see those statements are making, they will be on record, and international community are seeing it. If we are treating ourselves this way, you expect foreign investors to come and invest. It's damaging our country image because we are not behaving well. No investor we want to invest in a country where the rule of law is not respected, where people try to do where you do things, or those in authority do things the way in line with their own interests and the way they like. So for me, I will not even. So many people have spoken on that. So many people have taken steps. So many people have criticized it. What happened? Nothing. In fact, I won't be surprised if I see some lawyers, just like me, or senior lawyers, who will come and start justifying what the state has done and say they've done the right thing.
But this is not a new normal. I don't think why should we allow for these things to happen? We are living like we do not know what we are supposed to do, like we do not have a constitution that is guiding us to do what we should do. This is more like a banana republic, a barrister, and this is not the way a democracy should be run. There should be something that should be done to checkmate all of this, or else we're just wasting our time. Don't you think so?
And it is system, but there's no system. It is the system, there's no system. And that's why whenever people talk about, no, for us to move forward, we must change this constitution. I tell you, if we change this constitution from every week, and we are behaving the way we are behaving, it will still be the same or the same. The constitution will not enforce itself. The law we have will not enforce itself. Certain people will be the one to enforce the law. When people who are supposed to enforce the law are not doing so, what happened? So I blame the system. We have a system where individuals are more powerful than the institutions. We have a system where individuals are more respected than the institutions. We have a system whereby we have a country where people are appointed by a president who want to take or reject the request of the president. That does not happen in Nigeria any longer. There are so many things, there are so many principles have been nullified. Which court do that in Nigeria? That the president brought out the policy, and the policy is before the court, and the court will say, this policy is bad, we nullify it. It would be hard to see. So we don't have a system that is working. We have powerful individuals. As long as powerful individuals against the system, you continue to see what you are seeing. In other words, to be might. If Natasha were not to be member of opposition party, this will not happen. They will settle it amicably in between or inside, and we'll move on. In fact, some people will even say, "Why are we even in court? Why can't you have?" The people don't even like you to challenge anything. They just want you to move on. Let's just leave it and move on, and plan against the next one. We've admitted that something has wrong, was not right, but let's just forgive and forget and move on. That is the kind of system we have, where the wrong thing will be done, and people will plead with you and say, just accept it and let it lie. So how will it change? If I know I can do the wrong thing and go away with it, how will it not continue? It will continue. So we have a system where people are not being punished for wrongdoing. We have a system where individuals who are in authority are more powerful than the system itself. So that is what you are seeing. You have a Senate or National Assembly where once you are the Senate President, you become Alpha and Omega, and everybody was working for you. Otherwise, you will not benefit. And that's why you see them lobbying to be in the good book of the President or the President of the State or whoever that is in charge. That is the kind of system we run. A system where everybody under the governor must worship him. That's the kind of system we have. So that's why it's not about the law. It's not about the law. It's about the system. And that's why, like I said, I will repeat. If anybody should come and tell me we need to change our law, the law is not working. It's the law that is not working. Who will make the law work? Is it the law itself that works itself? Is it not people? Sure, set of people that are not enforcing it. So we deceive ourselves a lot by trying to shift a responsibility to where it is not. You see people coming together in the name of a patriot or something, trying to work out another constitution for us. Who will approve that constitution? Who will enforce it? How will it be enforced? How would that enforcement of that particular word that they are bringing will be different from the one on ground now? Yes, I admit there are lacunas in our law. That our laws are not perfect, but the imperfection of our law is not the problem. It is the imperfection of the people that are meant to enforce the law that is the problem.
But what could be the worst case scenario, Barrister? What could be the worst case scenario if the Senate, of course, they are on recess, like you said? This might just be a pocket of one or two persons coming to say this. It's not like a unison statement by the 10th Assembly. But what could be the worst case scenario if this continues? Does that mean that this is the end? Natasha might not come back again until the end of this administration in 2027?
Yeah, I don't know about that now. But the way they are going, if possible, they will want her to sit out a term outside the Senate. They want to force her to apologize and say and to also take what he said about the Senate President as not correct. That's what they are trying to do. They are trying to force her. But if those from our constituency are reason to location by consistently asking questions and demonstrating or protesting, or even going to court or dragging them everywhere, probably it will not be like this. Then everybody sat down. They were looking at it and saying it's a problem. It's not us. It's not our. It's not our constituency. It's not constituency problem. It's Natasha's problem. So until that is done, we may not get it right. So, but it appears the game plan is to not allow her return until the expiration of the Senate. Because if you are waiting for the determination of the case, I bet you that case will not be determined until the end of this administration. If they want it so. Because they will go to appeal. After the appeal, they will go to Supreme Court. If they want it not to be determined till the end of this administration, it will not be determined. That's the kind of system we are running, where individual will tell you, I will make sure you are detained for 2 weeks. I will make sure you rot in jail. It's not the court, it's not the judge, it's not the prosecution officer, and he will do it. And then nothing will happen. Somebody will say, I will waste you, and nothing will happen. And they waste so many people, and nothing will happen. So that's the kind of system we have. So that's why sometimes it's sad. It's sad that we have this kind of system in our country. We have a system where individuals are bigger than the country. It's unfortunate.
Where individuals are bigger than the country. I mean, that alone is something we should even work on. Because even if we see other countries, thriving and making it possible for even other countries, like other African countries, to look up to them, I think Nigeria too should even be in that line. So at least other countries, not only African countries, other countries too can even make Nigeria their role model, see Nigeria as a role model, right? And therefore, the case that's for Natasha, I just feel that they need to be objective, and in that they should just, since she has, a month expired, then they should just allow her reign, be there. Because I see no reason why she should still be suspended, or they should keep talking about the issue when it is glaring to us that she has ended a suspension month, and then they should just allow her reign.
Very true.
Have her reign.
Yeah. Barrister, let's take a look at the response or the action or inaction of the president at this point. Yeah. I understand there are 3 arms of government: executive, judiciary, and the legislature, and one should not in any way come into the other. But knowing that the president had always alluded that he is a Democrat, someone who respects the rule of law from 1999, and even if we're seeing something different, what actions do you think the president might put in to ensure that this does not cast a bad aspersion to Nigeria?
Yeah, it's already late for me, as far as I'm concerned. Although they say it's never late, it's never done that. How do they put it?
Yes, it's better late than never. Yes.
Because if Natasha was to be member of APC, the president will not wait this time to intervene and resolve the matter. It's because Natasha is in opposition, and that's why you see the president behave as if it doesn't concern me. I'm respecting the separation of power rule.
Yes.
It is not so. If Natasha is a member of APC or member of APC or member of PDP, loyal to the president, because there are people who are in PDP who are playing who are loyal and who have committed their interest or mind to the interest of the president. If that kind of president is the one involved, you can see what happened when the first issue happened. You can see the step taken by the president. He quickly intervened, and he even took the entire state away from the state and gave it to one individual. So if the president is interested, or the person involved is somebody that the president value or owed to high esteem politically, the president will have intervened. So the issue of separation of power is not an issue. The president is not interested in intervening because Natasha has been seen as what's it called, a stubborn child who should be punished. That's the way they see it in my own field. They see her as somebody who has no respect, who is stubborn, and who must be dealt with, and they are dealing with her. Unfortunately, against the law and against what the international community will say. It's unfortunate.
But Barrister, do you think that Nigeria, we have so much, we are weak to do anything, or is it that the system had made Nigerians weak? Like if you see internationally, Nepal, they went to their own tent assembly, their own national assembly, and burnt it down because of issues like this and many more. So
we are too mature than that.
Yes, of course. I'm not saying that we should do such. I'm not saying that we should do that by any means. But all I'm saying is, have we been reduced by our system such that Nigerians do not ask questions again? They are afraid of asking questions. What exactly is making Nigerians not to speak up again? Like you see, the constituency she is represented, like you said, is not coming up in defense of her. So why do you think this is the case? Is it poverty, or is it the system has really made us weak?
So many reasons. Poverty is one of them. Selfish interest is one of them. Sentiment is one of them. Because as I'm speaking now, a loyal member of APC or somebody loyal to Akpabio will say this man is speaking rubbish. That's what they will say. So sentiment, poverty, selfish interest, it doesn't concern me. It's a problem. It's what is the reason why it is like that. That is why you see in Nigeria, you will see, for example, in Lagos, you will see 1, 2, 3 people robbing in the traffic that has about 100 or more, and nobody will come to say, let's do something. Everybody will just be doing on their own. They will leave it to your fate. So we have a country where everybody is afraid of the system. Yes, the system failure is a part of it, because people are afraid of the system. That if I intervene now and something happens to me, what would they do? Nobody will come to my aid. So these are the issues, and they also believe that, look, I cannot suffer because I'm fighting for something. We have that attitude as well. That let me just take it and move on, and just allow it. Some people, that is what our mentality and the way they program our head by inflicting this pain on us is one of the reasons why we are that's happening. When you raise issue now, the people, they will come after you and start pursuing you, and the same people you are saying you are speaking for will abandon you, just like they abandoned Natasha now. Some of them will even tell you, "This wala is too much. Is it only him? Are we not talking to? Why are we not talking? Is it only him? You see his mouth too sharp." That's what they will tell you. Some people will tell you, "Will you shut up? Why is it only you? Can't you shut up your mouth?" When they arrest you or they pick you, they say that it's good for him. It's good for him. So this sentiment, this fear, this lack of support for one another, this lack of selfish interest as well, are the reason why things are the way they are, and that is the reason why things are in this manner.
Barrister, I know you hate it anytime we bring in gender, to some of these things. You don't like talking about it, but you talked about we not holding it for one another. Yeah. There are about 109 of them. 4 are women, including Natasha. Yeah. The 3 other women are not even in support of Natasha. So what? Don't you think all of this would further discourage women from even vying for election? Because when one of them is down, nobody speaks up or nobody stands out over them.
Men not being victimized. Why are men not discouraged? Are men not being victimized? When Dino was there, was he not victimized? Was Alaki not victimized? Is he not? Are they not male or men? It's not about gender. It's about system. It's about things. Look at those 4 members you mentioned. 2 of them are members of APC.
Yeah.
And they will not go against anything that's in favor of APC. The one that's in the Labour Party, he was neither here nor there.
Yeah.
Yes, he was neither here nor there.
Yes.
And some, like I said, they want to be in a good position. Therefore they want to be in good book. So once you support that senator, they see you as enemy, and then you'll be sidelined. And you see that, like I said, Nigeria, selfish. Everybody wants to be in a poor position. So for me, it's not about gender. Nobody's even come out and say because she's a woman. So many men.
But it's because she's a woman.
It's because she's a woman. If it was a man,
so many men have been dragged. So many men have been dragged. And this woman went on suspension. Mr. Ningi, Senator Ningi, went on suspension. So many of the brothers I cannot remember now. So it's not about being a man or a woman. They want to even talk about number, four number or whatever. Was it deliberate? Is it that they say women should not contest? Is it that they say women should not participate? Because some people will come and say, no, you see, the horde is against the women. When they do their meeting in the night, I'm a politician. 10-minute meeting in the night. And most times, women are more than us. Women at the meeting are more than us. They are when we contest election, when we vote, during voting period, who are the women are more. I remember said that this woman, the only female candidate that time, presidential candidate, Sarah Jibril. She voted. Women, we have so many women in that as delegates, even more than men. She got only one vote. Our vote alone. So and there are women there. After the election, the same women are talking about marginalization. That they were not given chance. They have a chance to support their own. They face that person.
So it's a woman problem now. Women against women.
It's about selfish interest. No, it's not about women. I'm not even saying they support women. Or they say support somebody because it's a woman, or is a woman, or is a girl, or is a lady. But the problem is a selfish interest. They look at it and say, "Look, this one will not win, or will not benefit me. I will not support her." So it's some of the issues or excuses we are always giving for this lack of women in our system. It's not so. I know women who are richer than men, and who are in politics. And like I said earlier on, I am a politician at 10 meetings in the night. And most times when we attend that meeting in the night, we have more women than men at that meeting. So what are we talking about? What are we talking about? It's about the system not working. Any woman who wants to contest election should participate and fight it out. I will not support a situation whereby a special seat will be allocated to anybody. Why? Why are we not allocating special seat to youth as well? Why are we not allocating seats to the middle age as well? Why are we not allocating seats? So you see, if we want to continue to allocate seats, there are so many people who can allocate seats. Why can't we also allocate seats to elderly and say these are elders? We should give them 5 seats at National Assembly. These are women should get 10 seats. The youth between age and so age should also get number of seats. Or the middle age should also get. So let's go to that level and start sharing it in that manner. That sentiment will not go with me. Sentiment of women must be given a special consideration. What special consideration? What special consideration? What special in politics? It's not democracy. It's not about votes. So forget about the gender, please. Don't go there. I don't even want to talk about it. I don't hate women. Notice, I don't hate women, but I don't believe in a mischief. I see it as a mischief and a shortcut to get benefits. And using your gender, you use your gender to get benefits. When they now want to use that gender to get something from you or to teach you, you say, no, you are teaching me because I'm a woman. Then when you are downgrading yourself, when you are downgrading yourself to say, give me for free because I'm a woman. You won't remember that time. When they're now trying to say, look, you are a woman, you can't talk. Because this is a woman, this is a man, this is not a woman issue. You say they are downgrading you. Have you not downgraded yourself? When you say they should give you a special treatment of giving you special allotment, free allotment, free, don't pay for this form. And then they are marginalizing you. Which marginalization? I believe you are using my mischief to want to get what you cannot get behind the scenes. or from the backyard.
Well, Barrister said he doesn't want to go into the women talk and all of that. I would respect that. I want to respect that.
Yeah, of course.
They will see me as 18 women.
Yes, definitely.
No, I have my children. I have two daughters. I have a wife. I have a mother. I have sisters. So I don't hate any women. So, but when you say the right thing, they see you as a hater. They won't hate me and say I hate women.
Not only for women.
You know, leave it at this particular point. We just hope well for Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, and hope that the Senate, the 10th Assembly, will set the record straight, because all the things that we do today, we set precedents for the future generations to copy from what we have done. And if we started on a wrong footing, then the generation coming after us would equally get it worse than we have actually done. And that is a clarion call for Senate President Godswill Akpabio to of course shield his sword and ensure that things get better and reunite with his colleagues, so they can do what they know how to do best. Thank you so very much, Barrister. We truly do appreciate your time. As always.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right. Thank you so very much. And that's just about the time we have. Thank you so very much for being part of it. Please do well to follow us. You can see us when you visit us at enterprisetvnews.com. You may equally like, comment, and follow us on all our social media platforms at Enterprise TV7. I am Henry Igwebike.
And I am Ken Debodering.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye-bye.